It's so nice. I was just going through the comments and I realized it's 10 a.m. It's time to start. Thank you for showing up, everyone. It's 7 a.m. in New Zealand. It's 7 p.m. in Italy. I'll be respectful of your time. Thank you for showing up. Someone made a comment just in the chat. Is it Ernie? Of just, it's so crazy in the world. Sorry, it's someone from Minneapolis. And this is like a semblance of normalcy. It's just this lovely little group. So thank you. It really brings normalcy to my life too. Good. Good. Thank you for joining. I'm monitoring the chat the entire time. Let me switch screens a little bit. There we go. Hello to everyone. It's so nice to see familiar faces. It's nice to see new faces too. Yeah, I'll address questions. I'll do a bit of live playing as well. Most of the things that I'm answering are off the cuff. I have a few emails that were sent to me and I wrote them down. And yeah, just I like the spontaneity of what happens when an answer happens live. Sometimes there's a lot of gibberish around it, but I hope that inside that gibberish is a nugget of good information that you can use. Great. So let's start. Hello, just again monitoring the chat. Let's start off with a question. I have a list of things. I won't go through it, but there's a lot of stuff. It's been a busy week. Oh, the metronome discussion that just happened now. I love it. Someone said the metronome is our goddess, a classically trained musician. Metronome, that thing that keeps rhythm, is so crucial. And someone else said, the metronome is my I forget the word you used, but I would never use a metronome. So I'll let you know about my metronome experience. I need to keep rhythm. Usually it's by nodding my head or my foot's going. So much so that when I used to do recordings when I was younger, shouldn't say when I was younger. When I used to do recordings, they used to say, use something other than your foot because the microphone is picking up your foot tapping. So oftentimes it's my eyes closed, nodding my head, biting my lip, doing something to keep rhythm, to keep that groove. The one time that my band and we were recording an album and we tried to use a metronome. So the metronome is set to 120, 140, whatever it is, and it's in our headphones and we're playing. And I could see where the metronome is useful in classical music, in places where you're trying to keep a large group of people on a steady beat. Either the conductor is doing something or the metronome is keeping a rhythm. For us, as a New Orleans Dixieland group, it was really tough to have the metronome. Even when we hid the metronome for ourselves, we started the song at this rhythm, but by the end of the song, we were 10 or 20 beats ahead of what the click track was. So I definitely see the use in a metronome, but it's up to you. It looks like we are divided as to the use of a metronome. It's useful. Someone said, slow down the metronome to practice a difficult passage. If I'm doing a klezmer song, if I'm struggling with, I would do, right, I'm having that click track to play along to it. But like Doug said, he slows it down even without the metronome, which is what I do. Anyways, I thought that was a bit of my 2 cents on metronome usage. I think probably if you grew up with a metronome, you're probably hooked to it. I didn't grow up with a metronome, so I've had to come up with other ways of keeping the beat. Good. Hello. Oh, Duel of the Fates is a beautiful song, Max. I don't know it. It's do 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 do, right? I don't know it well, but it's a beautiful song. Phaser, good to see you. Yeah, good. It's so nice to see familiar faces on the Accordion Love forums. Sorry, we're just chatting a bit. On the forums, let me share my screen a little bit. On the Accordion Love forums, we have a place called both Showcase Your Playing, but the monthly challenge. And these are the people from the chat. This is Tom and Phaser. You were there in Showcase Your Playing and introduce yourself. It's really nice to put faces to the names. Yeah, have a look. This is accessible to everyone. after the live chat, go to accordionlove.com. It's just really nice for me, and I'm sure for you too, to put a face to the name. Good. Let's start off with a tango because David Oliver from the UK had a question about the left-hand tango rhythm. So let's start off with Por una cabeza, maybe. Hi, Janice. Hello, Michael. Yeah, I'm still learning the left hand of the new Por una cabeza. I just learned these new slash chords. There was a tutorial on it 2 weeks ago. So David had a question, which was, can I go over the left hand bass technique for tangos? I'll show you one quick lesson, which is accordion lessons. Watch it not be there. If you go to the El Choclo Tango, oh, which rhythm do I choose? That looks good too. Let's go to El Choclo Tango. What am I looking for? Which rhythm do I choose? Well, you can go and learn the song on Accordion Love, but I had a lesson on syncopating the left hand. The easy thing with polkas and marches is our right and left hands are doing the same thing. Waltzes become a little bit harder because we only have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and our right hand is trying to fit more notes into this 1, 2, 3 rhythm, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tangos become even more difficult, let's say, because our left hand is doing something else. It's doing a, right? Or almost like a Middle Eastern rhythm, right? It's a long ba-dum, bum, bum. And our right hand has to do some other things too. So let's take the example of El Choclo. Actually, David was doing the Manine de Primavera, the Let's digest that part. Let me just go into the chat. Everyone's still there. Good. Hello, Marty. Thanks for showing up. I ate somebody from New Zealand. I think it's very early in the morning. So let's do that. David, I guess my question is, can you do, I think you can, this alternate bass technique, lilting kind of rhythm, right? It's a bass, tone, bass, tone, bass, tone, bass, tone, bass, tone, bass, tone, bass, right? Hello, it's Viel. So, right? I would break it down to do the... This is that idea of having a metronome, just really slowing it down. This is a popular, like, Bésame, Bésame mucho, sure, right? Da da da, or da 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 da, ba 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 ba. You could also do a short, long, short, long. The difficulty, I guess, is easy to do on the left hand. Or easy to do on the right hand. How do we combine them together? I guess what the idea here, David, is to do the... I'll share my screen again. We're doing hand coordination, the how-to guide to coordinating your hands on the accordion. You're going to do these 5 steps for anything where you're struggling to put the hands together. Meaning, you know, introduce the correct left hand and tap the right hand. Ba, ba, da, ba, 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 da, ba. Maybe even speak. Ba, da, ba, 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 da, ba, da, ba, da, da. I'm trying to separate what my left hand is doing, what my right brain is doing, and what my left hand is doing. And what I did this week was give the example of Dona Dona. It's a similar thing, right? Different rhythm than a tango, but similar application, similar breakdown of this technique where we slow it down and really break it down until something clicks. And like the article says, you're not alone. This is the single most asked question I hear from students. How do you coordinate both my hands together on the accordion, whether it's a waltz, whether it's a tango? I hope this helps. David, and email me if it doesn't. Send me a recording of where you're stumbling and I'll be happy to help. Good. I'm happy there's chat. Yeah, and a similar hard time with Harvest Moon. Same kind of thing, right? The right hand is doing other things than the left hand. And to get it sounding natural, that's the difficulty in playing the accordion. Good. I'm going to put a check mark next to left hand tango bass. Good. On Manina de Primavera. Good. Let me show you... What are we going to do? For those of you that are here, thank you for showing up. We have 79 people. It's great. If you have questions, I monitor the live chat, especially if I see a question. Hello to everyone. Awesome. Thanks, David. I'll do requests, and I have some questions that folks have asked from before. Metronome, tapping and recording. Good. Let's play Manina de Primavera. It's always such a beautiful song. Sorry, I should never stop in the middle of a song. Someone asked about broken straps. All of my straps are broken. If we zoom in, I'm not going to zoom in because it's going to take the focus away. This has a plastic zip tie keeping this one together. And at the bottom of the accordion, I have, oh, not on these ones, on my Weltmeister, I have a screw and a nut, a bolt and a nut keeping it together. Where there's a lot of tension here, they're bound to break. I think I'm going to go down to Victoria to see Martin in 2 weeks, maybe next week. And so I'll pick up a new set of straps. I think you pick up a new set of straps, maybe reinforce them around these metal bits, because that's where all the chafing is happening. Yeah, but I just use zip ties and nuts and bolts to keep them together. There's that tango, right? It doesn't have to be a tango, it could be a waltz. Yeah, that was Manine de Primavera by Nino Rota from the Fellini film. Which Fellini film? Amarcord? Yeah. I've seen my accordion friends. I have lots of accordion friends. When we used to meet in real life, use a little lanyard to keep the backs together. And that keeps the accordion from slipping like mine tends to do, especially on the left hand or on the right hand. The right shoulder. So I've seen people use either a piece of cloth, but a lanyard, almost like a backpack that has the two pieces that come together. But yeah, how would you put that on by yourself? Kind of put it on up here and then slide it back? I don't use one, but I really should, I think. Maybe have it a bit lower, and then it's easy to put on like an apron, right? You could probably use a piece of... my advice is always to try before you buy. So if you have a robe around the house, use the cord for your robe to tie it around your back, or have your partner if you live with someone. And see if that helps. See if it helps your back pain. See if it helps to keep the accordion straps on. Yeah. Good. That was Manina de Primavera. And someone was saying, yeah, my straps are probably the original straps. And yeah, the cross with the strap with the cross support. You could buy one or try and make one to see if you like it and if you'll use it. Just gonna take a sip of coffee. 4, that might not be too bad to have the accordion constantly strapped on you. Good. For those of you that have a really important lesson that I released that I want people to look at. So under Accordion Love, the basics, under right hand technique, oh, it logged me out, maybe. There's something called bringing clarity to your right hand. And am I logged out? It's gonna ask me to log in. Anyways, this is a super, yeah, I'm not a member, great. This is a super important lesson. It's up there with what fingers should I be using? How do you build a major and minor? Bringing clarity to your right hand. Watch it. I'll give you a little glimpse of what it is. I noticed in the challenges and in the showcase you're playing, and this happens to me too, and I tend to want to run before I walk. That's the analogy, right? And I get excited, so much so that my right hand melody gets lost. Sometimes it comes across as, oh, I'm having volume control. My left hand is too loud and my right hand is too quiet. This is the answer to that. Sometimes it comes across as this is done well, but the right hand is... Sorry. It comes across as this like stuttering right hand melody through the excitement of wanting to play. So what I show in that video is suggestions on how to solve that. It's purely a right hand exercise. Even without pulling my bellows, I can get a really clear right hand by just, by just going. It's just the natural weight of the accordion falling. Obviously, by introducing left-hand rhythm, we're eating up more air with our bellows, but I want your melody to be that clear. Just with the weight of the bellows falling. Same thing coming back. So in that video, if you haven't seen it yet, it's for members only right now, but that's the idea. How do you get your right hand clear? It's that fundamental lesson. That whatever level of playing you're at, I encourage you to practice. Good. Let's do. I'm going to monitor the chat a little bit. I have lots of topics, but I feel a little bit frazzled. Jan, thank you for joining us. Oh, Chris Concertina. While Chris is here, let's do Chris Concertina is in this chat. He's a wonderful accordion player that's extremely creative. Chris has a beautiful YouTube channel. He's a Redditor. He has a Reddit account too. And he shared with me a beautiful waltz. I'll share the link. Let's copy the link address. Look at it after the live stream. This is Chris's beautiful new waltz. I think it'll come through if we play. We'll listen to 30 seconds of it. Anyways, why do I find this nice? Chris uses a lot of beautiful techniques there. I could choose to show any video from showcase you're playing from the November challenge. What I tend to do, and I did a video about this, whenever I hear a little composition that someone has made, it gets stuck in my head and I have to pick up my accordion, right? So this was Chris's. It's in D minor, right? It's just beautiful. It uses really clear melody. And then Chris introduces multi-fingered melodies. I'm butchering a little bit, but yeah, just Chris, I love it. Thank you. I gave a comment there, and part of me also wants to do a cover of it. Just I got the email this morning, so I didn't get a chance to. Oh, you go to a local sewing shop for strap and plastic clasps for back straps. That's a great idea, Mike. Thank you. Let's do, let me show you a new song that I found yesterday. It's not a new song. It's My Way by Paul Anka, right? Covered by Frank Sinatra. I've been playing the song differently, and then 2 weeks ago I found how to play slash chords on my left hand differently, and I think it works really well for My Way. How I've been playing My Way is like this, right? So again, the beginning goes C major, to C major, to C7, to A major. But then last night, I sat at the piano and I thought there's movement in the left hand. It doesn't just do the C, C, C7. So let's see if I remember it. Let's try it. I'm gonna figure it out live. Where does it go to? The 7. Sorry, this sounded much better yesterday. Hello, Jackson. So let me show you what I'm doing and then I'll actually play the song. Sorry for all these starts and stops, but this is partially a lesson, partially a performance. So what we're doing is C major, and then it goes to a C major 7. And so let's put that C major 7, which is a B, with a G major, right? And now the end is near. Oh, right? And so I face, it's a C7. Let's go for that B flat and make it really dominant there. Maybe with a C7 bass. Maybe not a C7. Now the end is near. And so I face. It's a B flat with a G minor. Wow, beautiful. So it's that motion that we see over and over again in Por una Cabeza. And anywhere where we have those cool slash chords, this finger position seems to be, it's coming up more and more in my playing. We have the C, we have the major, we have the minor, we have this little walk down, and now this chord position seems to play a big part in the songs that I'm playing. So the where it is, oh no, I'm not going to be able to find it. Cabeza, right? Por una Cabeza. This is Accordion Love. Por una Cabeza. This is the lesson. I think it's also under left-hand advanced techniques. Oh man, it's under Por una Cabeza. I'll log in the background. Anyways, let me play My Way. What's happening here? Thank you. that worked out. That nice crescendo. Still a bit of stuff to work out, but I really like, yeah, Evo, right? Yeah, Evo was saying it's a long stretch for the fingers. This, to use the pinky, I don't know what works for me yet, but I'm assuming the more I practice it, the more I'll hit it correctly. Thank you to everyone. Yeah, Jackson Perotti, a huge inspiration to all of us. Thank you. It's funny, Jackson, I'm going through, like most of us, just accordion videos on YouTube. And, you know, I perused the comment section, I'm leaving a comment, and I saw that Jackson has already seen this video 4 years ago. Yesterday I was looking at, whose video was I looking at? Not Chris Concertina. I won't share my screen. This is my YouTube history. Oh, Frank Petrilli. Just a beautiful accordion player, and I'm leaving a comment saying, Frank, this is amazing. And Jackson left a comment 4 years ago saying this is amazing. So yeah, thank you, Jackson. Yeah, and that was My Way in C major. I don't have a tutorial for it, but I'm just figuring it out now. Good. What song is this? That was My Way by Paul Anka, covered by Frank Sinatra. Cool. That bass method you decided to use really made it sound super solid, right? That was cool. Yeah, the crescendo. Something that's going in through my head. Just I'll share a bit of what's happening. The first time the song tricks me. Right, there was the F to F minor. Oh, and may I say, not in a shy way. I know those are the chords. And my whole discussion about let the chords dictate what the melody is tricked me in the song the first time. So it was, may I say, the first time I played it, when it should have been shy way, right? It went up to the G, even though it's an F minor. I thought it would be just an F minor. The trick, what I'm telling myself in my head is, I know that part's coming up again. What's that thing? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I'm trying to challenge the song and myself, saying, the song's not going to get me a second time. So the next time that F to F minor came about, right, and may I say, there it is, and I got it the second time, and it's like a little victory. So as I'm playing a song, I'm obviously singing it in my head. I'm thinking about the changes and where is the song going to go to, and those weird little stretches. But the melody part is saying, there was something special about the song here. And that's what I'm trying to internalize. And different songs have different little tricks. Good. Another wonderful song. Oh, someone asked. Sorry. Give me a minute. Someone. Yeah, it's fine. I'll reply to that person separately. There's this weird mix of wanting to be live and present. And I'm thinking of a question that a student asked, and I thought I would cover it live. It was a sea shanty. I don't know how to play Tico Tico yet. I'm sorry, Phaser. Someone mentioned the Christmas songs. There's a Christmas unit on Accordion Love. I'm going to log in just so I could actually show you things. We have lots of new Christmas songs. My transcriber, my person that I used to transcribe songs, he's gone through and fixed up a lot of the old songs. And now under Christmas songs for accordion, this is another illustration by Silent James, there are more songs and they're wonderful. Maybe I'll play We Three Kings and God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. Just beautiful, beautiful chord transitions. Is it too early to play Christmas songs? Maybe. Maybe. Sorry, there are questions that I want to get to. There are questions that I want to get to, but they're not clear answers. So I'm trying to avoid them. But let's get to them. So a student named Pierre said that he plays by ear, and he knows the chords of a song, but he's not sure. Let me. I'm going to read the question to myself. Maybe not share it out loud. But I wanted to discuss that a little bit. So Pierre plays by ear. he knows the chords of the song, but he still needs the sheet music in order to play the song. So here's a little answer. There's, this is meant for Pierre, but in general, I think we can glean some insight into how songs are structured. In general, songs don't surprise us. A chord change can be anticipated. What does that mean? If a song is in C major, let's take a song in C major. I just saw that someone wrote 16251 for rock. In general, a song will follow a chord progression. 16251 means 1, minor 6, minor 2, 5, 1. Right, heart and soul, you took a part of me, heart and soul. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. From that C major, there aren't too many options. There are 4 or 5 options. A song will extremely rarely go from a C major to an F sharp major. C sharp major to an F sharp major? I've never seen that. Maybe. But what does that mean? Pierre, to answer your question, internalize those chords. Whatever song you're trying to do, and it's a bit hard not knowing the song that you're playing. If it's a song Heart and Soul, C to A minor, D minor to G. The way to learn a song for me is obviously to know the song, but just to look at those chords. Jackson does a great video this week about the circle of fifths, especially applies for this song. So we're going from the C to the here, and then coming back to the C. Right? It's also Why Do Fools Fall in Love? It's so many rock songs, so many popular songs, so many folk songs. So your choice in chords for a song is one of those chords. If it's Heart and Soul, and you're trying to do a C, maybe it's a G. Heart and Soul. Yeah, it works, but it's not the perfect chord. Heart, maybe it's D minor. Heart and Soul. It works, but it's not the perfect chord. Heart and Soul. Likely yes. Then what does it go? Does it go to the E minor? Heart and soul, you took a part of me? No, there's that dissonance. So I encourage you to keep using sheet music, keep using chords, but start relying on your ear a little bit and your feeling to see, oh, that sounds a bit odd, right? It works, but it's not perfect. Better. Maybe F. Yeah, that fits perfect, right? It's like a perfect match. That's what I encourage you to do. It's not a perfect answer. I'd have to see which song you're trying to do, but it applies. Let's say we're playing El Choclo Tango. Right? Marty's asking, how about an example of C major to E7? Yeah, so there are a few songs like that. Right. Yeah, I'm thinking of... People stared at the makeup on his face. There's a beautiful David Bowie song, Lady Stardust, right? Or even this is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade. That's a C to an E7. Or the song Creep by Radiohead, right? I wish you heard it before. Couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. So, C to E7 to F. Would a C to G work? No. Couldn't look you in the eye. Oh, that doesn't sound great. So, write down the notes of the song C, E7, F, G. Good. And then see what works. Try and play the wrong chord like I did. Just like a feather in a beautiful world. There it is. Or in a beautiful world. It sounds almost okay, but if I'm listening to Tom York to Radiohead playing it, I'd say, oh, they're doing something weird there. See if you could spot yourself doing something strange and saying that doesn't, your spidey sense should tingle a little bit. That doesn't sound perfectly right. Good. Yeah, after Thanksgiving in the US, I won't do that right now. I won't play Christmas songs. An easy tango to learn on the accordion, Dawn? Yeah, Major Tom and Lady Stardust, right? The people stared at the makeup on his face, laughed at his long black hair. Any of the tangos are similarly difficult and easy. I like El Choclo, but it requires knowledge of triads and arpeggios because the song does... This is just a D minor. And then it does an A7. And then a G minor. So knowing those things helps, Dawn. Most tangos are similarly complex. I would rate them on a 6 out of 10 on a complexity level. Liber Tango seems to be a bit more complex. I have a easier version of Liber Tango. Let's go to accordion lessons. I'll show you the easier version, which is still not easy. Tango. I go by the pictures. Liber Tango, I have the complex version, which is complex. And then the easier version, the simplified. Simplified is not simple. It still does crazy things. The reason it's not as straightforward is these little slash chords, right? So ba-da-ba, so ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. These little chords will give you a bit of a challenge. The right hand isn't difficult, right? It's the syncopation in tangos that will give you a bit more of a challenge. Beautiful song, makes me want to play it. These might get a little bit difficult. I typically don't play Liber Tango because I'm trying to play the difficult version, which is, right? It's trying to do right hand melody and right hand triads below it. We have 100 people. Wonderful. Thank you. Yeah, good. Let's do... part of me wants to do Hadaway, What is Love, because of Hernando's Hideaway. But good, we addressed the question. I think it's good to do things that I'm afraid of because they're usually good. Okay, Doug asked a question about Boogie. Awesome. Oh, you want me to play El Choclo or Liber Tango? I'm shying away from Liber Tango. Sorry, I'm taking the easy way out there. Doug asked a question about Boogie Woogie. Let's call it blues boogie woogie. My father-in-law is a boogie woogie expert. Janice is, I think, on the live chat. Ken is just a master in boogie woogie. So I shy away from it. I'll play with him, and yet it's like watching a race car driver race around the track quite effortlessly, and he's pushing it. And I'm like a new driver. So I know a little bit about boogie woogie and about the blues. There's a unit on Accordion Love. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. Right hand is fine. The right hand does the blues scale. If we're in C major, there is a specific, if you Google the blues scale, there's a certain way of building it. It's a mathematical formula. So there's a formula for the right hand, right? Up and down, any combination of those notes will sound great on boogie woogie. And people, musicians for the last 100 years have been making beautiful riffs off that, right? Those types of sounds. So you can practice that to your heart's content lots of times. What I do when I play boogie woogie, I know there are ways of playing walking bass lines with your left hand, right? That and then F. F, E, D, C, back to C. So there's a formulaic way of playing it. My suggestion, Doug, is you were saying that you record yourself with the left hand and right hand. Try and record yourself doing just the left hand, right? The right, the 12-bar blues. C, F, C, and then G, F, C. And record that. You know what? Sorry, lots of ideas going on in my head. Let me show you a screen share how I would practice Chris Concertina. Oh, this is what my let's do blues backing track in C major. So slow blues backing track in C. Maybe, oh here, medium 12-bar blues backing track. So these are the chords that are being played. C. Not sure where we are. I'm waiting for the key change. F. F. C, right? G. F. And then C. G. Now that scale that we were doing before, F, right? C. Just right hand. G. F. C. G. Now you can start doing that scale. I'm hitting wrong notes, and that's totally fine, but that's how I would practice boogie woogie. Hand separation. And if you want to practice your left hand, choose a slower track and do that walk down. While the backing track is playing melody, right? If you're practicing just right hand, omit your left hand or record yourself. But I think YouTube is such a wealth. Are we back on scene? No. YouTube is such a wealth of resources that find the backing track at a specific tempo, much slower than that if you're just getting started, and just practice. And you saw me, I'm hitting wrong notes all the time, but when I find two notes that sound nice, yeah. Etc. And I'm playing. So anyways, that's who's watching with a accordion playing along. Me, amazing, me too. Can you make a quick tutorial on how to improvise a pirate-sounding song in major? Komka will do it live. My wife was following along, amazing. So let's do, great. Better question is, who isn't jamming right now? Why do you have a one-to-one screen? I don't know what that means. Good, but that's how I would practice boogie. How I play boogie by myself is an easier version. I just go C, F. It might be even just straightforward. And then that blues scale, right? G, F, C, G. I like the legato maybe, it fills in the sound a bit. fun with it, but I would start off by separating right and left hands. Komka said, quick tutorial on how to improvise a pirate song in a major. Oh, I was going to say a pirate song in minor. You don't even need the right hand. Pirate song, I would just do... There it is. Let's try it. Let's try and improvise a pirate song in C major. I'm going to Google pirate song lyrics. Is there a song called Pirate Song? This might help. Pirate Song, music bus. This might be a horrible... Oh, nursery rhyme. Yeah, nursery rhyme. When I was 1, I just begun, hurt my thumb the day I went to sea. Let's do it, right? So let's come up with 3 or 4 chords. C major to G major, because it's close, to F, to G, to C. Right? So we're saying, I'm writing here what the chords are. C major to G major to C to F to G to C. Those are my chords. So C major to G, C to G to C. We don't need the F in there. 2 chords. This is going to be the easiest pirate song. So it would be, when I was 1, I just begun the day I went to sea. I'm not a singer, so let's try and improvise. So what am I doing? Let me share my screen, because there's some complex things here. Thank you, Lynn. I'm going to choose 3 chords, Komka. I'm not going to go super ultra creative. I'm choosing very tight boundaries. C major, G major, F, and there are on the east coast of Canada and probably Ireland, I'm assuming that's where the influence came from. There are things called jigs and reels. A jig and a reel, sorry for keeping Irish jig chords. Irish jig, first chord chart and play along jam tracks. This is what I would do. So these are in minor, chords in major. This is how I find out things, like I think everyone. Irish backup guitar lessons, typical chord progression for Irish music. 1-5-4, which is a C, G, F, right? Typical keys, G, A, D. Let's share a screen and keep going with this thought process. So C major, F major, to C, to G, to C. So C major to F major to C to G to C. And I'm going to copy what my left hand's doing with my right hand. C major, F major, C to G to C. I'm going to start breaking those up, right? I know lots of sea shanties. They're not appropriate for playing live. So just I'm looking to see if we have questions about that. Chris, that's very nice. Now this is the reason the accordion community should really check you out. You're writing a song on stream. It's so awesome to see it's such a valuable skill for accordionists to develop. Thank you. So there are lots of sea shanties. They're in minors, right? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? I think sea shanties are all about the lyrics. There's a beautiful one that I'm not going to give the name of. It goes like this. So da 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 da. That's the chorus. This is the verse. Oh, it's the same as the verse. So again, 3 chords. G major to D7, D7 to G major, G7 to C major, and G to D to G. That 1, 5, 4. That's what I would concentrate on, Comca. Easy to improvise, as long as you know those chords. And again, the way to practice it is learn those chords, learn the voicings, learn how to. I have a whole unit on singing along to your accordion. So important for sea shanties. I had I think last year I asked my wife. I know there's pirate songs. Anyways, they're what we call dirty songs. They're not. The lyrics are not wholesome and family friendly. There's a time and place for them. I don't think now is the time. Send me an email and I could send you an album of sea shanties that are very easy to play. But again, the lyrics are just inappropriate. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, so Ford. So this is someone who did their PhD in pirate songs, and he recorded an album of those songs. They're old British pirate songs, I want to say. I'm not going to... Maybe at the end of the live stream, I'll link to what the album is called, and you can check it out on your own time. Awesome, Coca. Good. I'm happy that helped. Doug, I hope that answered your question about Boogie. I wanted to, while we have a few more minutes, my friend Denny from Squeeze and Thanks, he's the one that does these amazing accordion, he calls it the accordion cheat sheet, which is just a beautiful view, a logical view of how to play the accordion. His website is called Squeeze and Thanks. A few of you have reached out to me to get these as Christmas gifts. Awesome, thank you. I wanted to show you his music video. He's very talented. He's a self-taught accordion player, and so he has the cheat sheet's very cool, but I wanted to show you Squeeze and Thanks. He does a video, Blinding Light, by a guy called The Weeknd, Blinding Lights, and he shot it by himself, and it's... Anyways, I thought it was very cool. Anyways, he's riding his one wheel with an accordion. Guy, I agree with you. He should be wearing a helmet. No one should try this at home. But yeah, let me share the URL of, this is Squeeze and Thanks. YouTube him or check out his website. Anyways, he's an ultra creative guy from Buffalo. He's been making music remakes on the accordion, which reminds me that I want to play that Billie Eilish song when the party's over. Let's keep playing. I respect that some of you have to go. Thank you for attending. All the songs that 100 viewers, thank you. Majority of the songs that I played today are on accordionlove.com. There's a free 3-day trial. Check it out if you haven't. Yeah, I'm starting to do these weekly updates, just so you know that there's always something there. From the time you sign up, every week there are new things happening. If you are a part of Accordion Love, even if you're not, there's a beautiful forum, there's a beautiful community of people from around the world talking about accordions, and this beautiful monthly challenge where people are... Anyways, check it out. Check out accordionlove.com. Have a look through the site. I think it's a wonderful resource. Let's play some music. Thank you, Chris, for coming, and I'll share your waltz at the end of this live stream too. Yeah, usually that's a nice song. Hopefully no one saw me trying to get the strap on. That's one reason for the back strap. That's called When the Party's Over by Billie Eilish. Let's do tradition. And Michael, I don't know any reels. I used to play at an Irish pub in Toronto with a violinist, and he would play reels, and I would just do... I would play what he plays, but I don't know any off the top of my head. Let's do Thank You, Chris. Thank you, Jan. Or Jan. Kosher home. Must feed the family and run the home when Papa's free to read his holy books. The mamas, tradition. The mamas, tradition. I hear they picked him right for me. I hope she's pretty. The sons, tradition, the sons. Tarantella calabrese. How does it go? I'm thinking of pisce fritta bacala. Sorry, let me listen to Tarantella calabrese. We're jumping really quickly. Tarantella calabrese. How does it go? Ba, 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 ba. Beautiful song. Thank you. That's a beautiful song. I don't play it usually. Oh, G to C. Yeah, that works too. Yeah. So Evo asked about Pink Floyd, and I think someone was asking about Pink Floyd. I played in a Pink Floyd cover band, and probably about a year ago, I sat down, not on the live stream, and I just started playing Dark Side of the Moon, just the chords, right? I don't know if my wife is home. It's I could take 15 minutes now to kind of play some Pink Floyd. I don't... There's a beautiful performance of someone, an accordion player, playing all of Dark Side of the Moon on the accordion, and he does such a good job, and I know I can't do a similar job. Part of me just wants to do it, so I'll take 10-15 minutes now and kind of do Dark Side of the Moon on the accordion. I've been building it up, and I kind of just want to play it. Oh, Chris, you're here. Thank you, Ford. I'm just playing around, we'll figure it out. I may not know all the chords. I'm trying to think of which songs come up next. To everyone who's still here. The song ends now. Da, da. Where does it go to? How do we play money on the accordion? Sorry, I'm mending the songs early. Anyways, thank you if you've held on this long. There's something there. Those chord changes are beautiful. I'm kind of butchering it a little bit, but it's beautiful. I think if you're a Pink Floyd fan, those chord changes, especially on Great Gig in the Sky, right? Like a beautiful da, 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 da. Beautiful. let's skip what comes after money. Okay. I'm in a high fidelity. I think we will do a Pink Floyd lesson. Oh, us and them. Let's try and change me. that was like an abridged version of Dark Side of the Moon. Any color you like was really difficult. You kind of need a lead guitarist, but I think we did it. We did Brain Damage. We did, yeah, it's been a while since I've played that, but thank you. Thank you for sticking around. 60 people love Pink Floyd, let's say. Awesome. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, my mom, for hanging out. I think there's definitely going to be a Pink Floyd unit. Wish You Were Here. Yeah, I think there's definitely something there. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out. That album is very near and dear to me. It kind of made me fall in love with that kind of music. Someone was asking about that Nocien. Yeah, I think we should do a tutorial. I haven't played it since last week. It was an F minor, right? The da 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 da. What a beautiful song. There's going to be a tutorial for that too. The thing that I want to do with this Pink Floyd is, it's such a big album. There's so many things to do with those things, right? In the end, with all da da da, it could be a beautiful waltz, and all that's to come, and everything under the sun is into. Right? There's so many. We could do legato for Brain Damage. That synth solo was really cool, right? Da, 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 da. Or it could sound really beautiful as it could be as a waltz. Or Time, right? That solo, that I think it'd be cool to do with multiple accordions. Yeah, anyways, it's a beautiful feeling to be able to share this music with other people that are fans of the accordion and fans of Pink Floyd. That's all the time we have for today. We have a little downstairs project we need to do, my wife and I. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you're well. I'll share Chris Concertina's beautiful waltz that he composed. Yeah, thank you again. Bye-bye.